I've flown and reviewed luxury business class flights, made snarky comments about various economy offerings. But today's video is something different. Previously, the smallest plane I'd ever been on was an ATR 72 in New Zealand. But when I needed to get between two islands in the Galapagos, I turned to Emetebe and the 9-seat Britten-Norman BN2 Islander. Let's see how it went and if I survived. There's 3 different main inhabited islands in the Galapagos, and they are connected by speedboat ferries. The trips between Isabela and Santa Cruz, or Santa Cruz and San Cristobal, take about 2 hours. But going from San Cristobal to Isabela is a full day affair, with 4 hours on boats and a layover. So I found myself deciding between a full day of seasickness or a 40-minute flight, and I obviously chose the latter. At the time of this video, there were 2 airlines offering inter-island flights. You'll see ads for Fly Galapagos, who fly Piper Navajos, and the interior doesn't look bad. Now, I don't want to be accused of libel here, but you won't find much or anything about them online. Turns out their planes and business itself are actually registered under the now defunct Air Zab, which went bankrupt after serious accidents to both of their planes. After patching them up, they rebranded and started flying again. By contrast, Emetebe has been flying for 30 years. So while the fleet is definitely older, I'd recommend them. Booking my ticket was a bit tricky. If you book online, prices are quite high, over $200 one way. I went in person to their ticket office in Portayora, but nobody was home for several days. Finally, I booked a ticket with a travel agent for $175, but they ended up misspelling my name on the ticket. Huge thanks to Harry from Galapagos Eco-Friendly in San Cristobal for fixing it. San Cristobal Airport is conveniently located within walking distance of the town, or a cab can take you there for $1. As instructed, I arrived 1 hour before the flight, but got there before even the ground staff. The waiting area was quite quaint. Emetebe's official baggage policy is 5 pounds of carry-on baggage and 20 for baggage in the hold. Anything extra is $2 a pound. However, I and everyone else went well over this limit, but nobody raised the challenge. Like with all inter-island transportation, suitcases are subjected to a biological inspection and zip-tied shut. The only other passengers were a family of 5 and their private guide. We were led through the empty terminal, which had an incredibly eerie vibe, and went through the motions of a superficial security check. No one even checked our boarding documents. Then an Emetebe employee gathered us, and we walked out to the plane. There were 3 open doors to enter different rows of the plane. If I were a real YouTuber, I would have paid the extra $50 to reserve the seat up by the pilot. But given that this channel isn't even monetized yet, I ended up back in row 4. I even had it all to myself, with the family's guide happily moving to the empty 5th row. And a kid got an incredible aviation experience. After a very personalized safety briefing,
and 1 life raft located under the 2nd row seat. Please use your rear protectors during all the flight. If you need more information, please read the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention and enjoy this flight.
We put on ear protectors and began to taxi out. It's easy for flying to become routine, but this takeoff felt like no other. seats were fairly tight. I'd have to guess about 20 inches or so same as AirAsia. There even were individual air nozzles, though mine was stuck on. How this little flight can have them, but many airlines don't include them in business class, I just don't get. Understandably, the in-flight entertainment is looking out the window. We flew directly west, passing Santa Fe and Santa Cruz. We even got a glimpse of the ferry from Isabela to Santa Cruz. We passed some of the outlying islands of Isabela before making landfall, and approaching to land in Puerto Villamil. Baggage was unloaded on the spot, and even the nature guide was impressed with the flight.
Good flight, huh? Yeah. You enjoyed it. That was cool. You see the view, you see the craters.
Oh yeah.
Isabela Airport has no commercial flights and obviously has limited facilities. After paying the $10 Isabela tax and a $2 taxi, I arrived in paradise. So Emetebe. If you're going between Isabela and San Cristobal, I absolutely recommend it. The flight was exhilarating, and because of all the time saved, I had another full day to explore the Galapagos. They also fly to Baltra, the main airport near Santa Cruz. Those flights make less sense for me, as you need to take 2 buses and a boat to get from the airport to the town of Portayora, which isn't much shorter than just taking the boat in the first place. You could fly Emetebe to connect with your flight to or from the Galapagos, but given how either flight might get delayed, it's risky. My Avianca flight was delayed for several hours, and folks did miss their connecting Emetebe flight and were simply out of luck. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more flight reviews. I'll see you on the next one.